Hello everyone. Today I've done a Veve to introduce myself to another voodoo spirit. I did one recently that was a Man Brigitte, and it's a spirit I haven't heard before in Vodou. So considering that I've been researching and getting closer to the voodoo tradition, which is New Orleans based and kind of South United States based, I decided to thumb through the book that I've been looking through and just kind of go where my intuition takes me. And what I found as soon as I opened it up was Nan Bouclou la Flambeau. And she is a voodoo loa that is concerned with will and one's will within society, one's will interconnected to the universe, the relation of that, increasing one's will together with the wills of others. That flame among many flames, if you will. And that's kind of what we see in the picture right there. And then basically, I know almost nothing about this voodoo spirit, so that's basically all I know right there. And that's the Veve. And then I added some of the artwork in that picture there to surround the Veve. And of course, I chose red because the flame is basically red, even though this book is black and white. And the contemplation for Nan Bouclou la Flambeau is will as the basis of both individual action and cooperation. So basically, the idea is that we cooperate among wills and add our will to the group will and get things done. But also, we have the individual will, things that we have to work towards for ourselves and with our own will isolated. So, let me see here. She is also a Petro or Petwo in Vodou, and it's more of a fiery and passion-based spirit. Petro spirits are kind of what other traditions would call demonic, but not quite, because there's no demonic in Vodou or Voodoo or Santeria or the tradition of the Orishas. All African-based religions, there's not a necessarily idea of the demonic. The closest thing we can get to in these traditions is Kalfo, which is the kind of like the head of chaos, of the crossroads leading to the abyss that is purely chaotic and passion-based and hectic, which can bring terrible things into one's life. You might get a lot from a lot of Petwo spirits immediately, but it's much easier to anger them. So I haven't worked with a lot of them, but Nan Bouclou la Flambeau is a Petro. Petro in Voodoo tradition, Petwo in the Vodou tradition. So this is basically a Veve that I'm dedicating to her to try to get some kind of dialogue going, insight going within my own mind, so that I can learn more about her and see how I can increase my will, both for the purposes of cooperation and for my own self. So we're gonna go ahead and light this Veve up. I'm going to cover it in, first of all, in case you haven't seen these before, first layer is cornmeal, Aunt Jemima is what I use, and then the second layer is red spray paint, and then coffee grounds on top, and that kind of creates the image. You see a man right here blowing through a pipe, blowing kind of like a willful force, blowing up the spine, for instance, kind of blowing fuel for the fire, and then we have these more feminine fire spirits being fed by blowing through this pipe. That's my interpretation of it. The interpretation of the book's a little different, but that's what I got from it. And then we have the actual symbolic Veve right up top here, that's kind of a symbol that looks like it's two symbols on the very top of the image that doesn't look like it's part of the picture, and that's the Veve. It's kind of hard to see from just your perspective, but it should be pretty easy to look up the Veve itself. Again, I'll just show you the book, Nan Bouclou la Flambeau. And there we go, that's the Veve right on top there that I added in the picture. Okay, let's cover this and see what I learned from it internally. I'll surely share it in the future, might not share it as much right after, but we'll see what happens. Nan Bouclou Flambeau, Nan Bouclou Flambeau, Nan Bouclou Flambeau. Flambeau. Non, non. Bouclou, 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 Flambeau. I lay this in your name, non, non, that you may introduce yourself into my mind and help to increase my will that has been weakened in recent times. Non, non. Bouclou, Flambeau. 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 Non, Bouclou, Flambeau. Non, non. 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 Bouclou, Flambeau. Hail to the lower. Hail to non non Bouclou, Flambeau. Hail to realization, enlightenment, and truth. Hail to understanding. We will meet each other in Genen. Izango is not Genen. Expand your knowledge, my brothers and sisters. Increase your will, that your will may be joined with the wills of others. We may reach a goal mutually beneficial.